Dina from dinahills.com, and today I'm speaking about Jupiter through the 12 signs. So if you have your Jupiter in Gemini, then this is your video, but I want to start off by saying that Jupiter is in his fall in Gemini. Okay, and what do I mean by that? I mean that Jupiter rules Sagittarius, which is a polarity of Gemini. Okay, and in astrology, the planets that rule a particular sign in that polarity, the planet is weakest. So supposedly Jupiter is weakest in Gemini, and of course in Virgo, where it's in its detriment. But let's get to understand the energy of Jupiter and the energy of Gemini, and let's see how why it is said that these energies are disparate. So Jupiter is known as the great benefic and as the planet of expansion. Wherever it sits in your natal chart, it tells you what kind of luck you will have in life, what kind of travel you will have, foreign travel, um, whether you marry a foreigner or not, how you will expand in your higher truths and in your higher philosophy, how will you understand the philosophy of everything. Okay, remember a Sagittarius is the sign that sorry for that, the sign that Jupiter rules is about foreign places and foreign travel. It's about expansion, and it's the archetype of the philosopher. Sorry. Jupiter also has a lot to do with our legal systems, okay, and the judiciary, and it believes in fairness. It's planet of fairness, okay. Now in Gemini, Jupiter is all about the larger picture, the bigger picture, whereas Gemini is all about minute details. Now let's get straight to understanding Gemini. Gemini is the third sign of the zodiac. It's male, it's mutable, and it's ruled by Mercury. Okay, and Gemini is essentially the point when the soul wants to communicate. Okay, after it's been born into Aries, straight out of the head, seen everything, in Taurus, experienced and felt everything. In Gemini, the soul wants to communicate. So Jupiter in Gemini is really a good position for writers for any kind of quick thinking communication. But only when the Gemini energy gets Jupiter tied up in its nitty-gritty details, it's at that point that Jupiter in Gemini cannot expand. Then they say more than they can deliver. They have all these big ideas. They can be Virgos. They can be very belligerent. They can be less desirable. Okay, because here then communication takes on a darker nuance with the Jupiter and Gemini if it's ill aspected, or and if the energies are not being harmonized. So if you understand that the work of Jupiter is integration also, because the solar logos gives a pulse outwards and flows towards the greater cosmos, and from Mercury to Venus to Earth to Mars, and then comes the asteroid belt. It's kind of, if you see the as above so below thing, it's kind of like the soul at this stage has disintegrated and fragmented, and then after the asteroid belt comes Jupiter, and it is Jupiter's task to integrate these, to give us the higher philosophies that can help us get through life, that can help us get through the dark realities that we face. Okay, so Jupiter is about integration. Always remember that. That is, in a sense, that it is that reason why Jupiter is the guru, because after you have experienced and you're kind of disintegrating your psyche, your consciousness, then you come across the great cosmic teacher. Okay, that's why the Jupiter sign is so important. It tells you what kind of a teacher you will also have, who will be your mentor actually, how you will expand all these great ideas that you are born with. Okay, now as I said, Gemini is about writing, it is about blogging, is about communicating. So depending on where Gemini is, you in whichever house it is in your natal chart, you have to make the Jupiter energy work for you there. Although remember, Jupiter is in his fall year. Okay, because in Cancer, Jupiter is no, we're talking about in Sagittarius, Jupiter holds rulership. Okay, so this is an iffy zone for Jupiter to be all glorious, all magnanimous, and really expand in higher philosophy if ill aspected. You have to remember that um, with a good aspect, writing, you can really do well. Imagine a ninth house Gemini with Jupiter. You can really do well. You can write, you can travel to different cultures, you can write about different cultures, you can blog about it, you can Instagram. For instance, people that can make money from Instagram, some of them are definitely uh, Jupiter and Gemini people. They have these short posts, they have these little videos, 30-second videos that they make, and then they uh, show you something, and that content is really what's working. So that's an aspect of Jupiter and Gemini, and it can go viral because remember, Jupiter is to do with foreigners, foreign shores. So it can go viral. Today, with the internet, the possibilities are limitless. Now, another thing with Jupiter is that Jupiter is kind of a traditional energy. Okay, it likes to adhere to tradition, whereas Gemini is not really traditional. It's a mutable sign, and that is not very traditional. It likes to try new things. It likes to go into, it actually likes to try all things, because Gemini cannot concentrate. So that's another thing that Jupiter, the traditionalist, may find an issue being in Gemini, in the sign that really has no concentration. Okay, it's because the impulse of the soul at this level is to just communicate whatever's going on within, just to communicate it. And Jupiter can expand this, but it has to be done in a balanced manner, because remember, it's very important to study whether a planet is in its fall or detriment in a particular sign to understand the full story. Okay, if you know that, okay, Jupiter does not do well in a particular sign, say for instance like Gemini or Virgo, then you understand that, okay, these are inherent challenges that I have with my Jupiter. And then once you study the house and you study the aspects, and you can really piece the story together, because Jupiter is about our connection to our spirituality, to our spiritual world. So, Jupiter also rules Neptune, not just Sagittarius. In traditional astrology, Jupiter used to also rule Pisces till Neptune came along. And what is Pisces all about? Pisces is about this oneness and return to source God. Is the most spiritual sign. So Jupiter has this tremendous spiritual potential. Okay, it's about growing, learning. It's not selfish. It wants to take other people into account. It's a great benefit in astrology. Okay, in the Vedic system is Brihaspati the guru that teaches the gods. So that will give you an idea of how important Jupiter is in our natal chart, in our little life ecosystem that we have created. Okay, so concentration, develop concentration with Jupiter and Gemini, and don't hyperventilate and go all over the place. Learn to understand and discern. I think discernment is a very good example for this placement. Discern your truth and then go about it. Don't misuse your talents by spreading yourself um, too thin. It's not gonna get you anywhere. Okay? So write, express, express, express. Make that small video, make that, if you don't know where to begin, just start with a pen and paper, okay? Because if you have your Jupiter in Gemini, you are definitely looking to communicate. Now, communicate you must. So figure out how you want to do that. So that was a bit about Jupiter in Gemini in a problematic position. So join me for the other videos, and also please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It would mean the world. And please don't forget to check my website www.ninahinds.com.